Hi.
Hey, boy. Got a warning for you.
A warning?
You're in danger. A stocky little ghost lady found me out. She came here and roughed me up. Took away my golden key.
Oh, no.
I know when I'm beat. I'm giving up on the secret. You ought to get out, too.
Thanks for the warning. Remind me again what you know about where the golden keys might be?
Well, the mean little ghost lady got mine. Old Mrs. Smith had one. I guess she'll have willed it to someone in her estate. There's the one Bella Fisher had. Must be at the bottom of the ocean now. One somewhere on Bermuda. And one on Terror Island. Not much chance to collect them all, so it seems.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your key.
I hope your luck is better.
I think I may have found your key.
That's good. You be the caretaker now. I don't need the danger.
I've got 4 golden keys.
Good for you. But you be careful.
See you around, Whitey.
Most likely.
Hi there.
Hi there. Hello again. Would your mother perhaps have been known as Old Mrs. Smith? Whitey Bones said something about an old Mrs. Smith.
Well, I didn't call her that. But I suppose some people did. Mainly when she was older.
Did your mother find any of those golden keys she was looking for?
One. She left it to me in her will.
I will pay you any amount of money you like for your mother's key.
That old thing? Really?
I'll trade you a ship. The Sea Monkey 2. It's a gem.
I'm sure it is. Listen, if it means that much to you, just take it.
Yes! That was surprisingly easy and uncomplicated.
Don't get used to it. Life's not like that very often.
Creepwood has all the keys?
That's right, Captain. Just recovered the last one.
Prepare to set sail for Melee Island immediately.
What about my spell? It's almost ready.
I'm sure I'll find some use for it later. I'm afraid I can't say the same for you, however.
Aw, you're betraying me? I'm the one who does that. But I do respect talent in other people.
The moment of truth is at hand. I'd need a lot of keys to open that. It's cheesier than I imagined, but still beautiful. Oh. Okay. I wasn't really thinking about the possibility of yet another lock. This seems like overkill. There's no serial number. Maybe I can break it open. This is not a problem. The key is probably somewhere obvious.
3 points!
Ah! LeChuck, my old nemesis. Here we are again. Looks like this story ends the way it was always destined to end, with just you and me and the secret.
Not quite.
I don't suppose it'll do me any good to point out that you're cheating again?
I've underestimated your resourcefulness, Threepwood. But force always wins in the end. You should try it sometime.
Good luck opening that. It's well made. I tried everything I could think of for a whole minute, and I didn't make a dent in it.
Of course not. The secret can only be revealed in a ceremonial chamber located deep within the bowels of Monkey Island.
That would have been nice to know ahead of time.
It pleases me to have you live with the knowledge of how close you were to having this before I took it from you. So, I've decided not to kill you right this minute. Outside that door, the deal is off. Don't even think about following me, and count to 100 before you leave the building.
You won't get away with this. 100.
Guybrush! Whiteybones said she saw you come in. Are you all right?
No. I mean, yes, I'm fine.
Do you want to talk about it?
LeChuck has the secret, and he's headed for the bowels of Monkey Island.
The caverns underneath the big monkey head?
There's no time to lose. Let's talk on the way. That did seem like a better way to get here than making the potion. I'll definitely have to take notes next time.
Yes, I just hope it turns out to be worth all the effort.
Whatever. That was easy.
I'm not talking about the trip over. I mean all the work you've done leading up to it. Not to mention the trail of destruction you've left in your wake.
You know what they say about omelets and eggs.
Well, I haven't seen the omelette yet. Just a lot of eggs.
The omelet is the secret of Monkey Island. And I don't know that I'd say lots of eggs. A few eggs.
Odina told me an exciting story about what happened on Bermuda. Apparently, you managed to destroy a priceless traditional artifact and the government of an entire island in 5 minutes flat. That's quite impressive. Even for you.
It took way more than 5 minutes. I had to win a bunch of contests first.
Yes, Odina told me your joke. Uncomfortable under the arms. Quite funny. Odina also thinks you cheated on your algebra test and tried to poison her.
It wasn't poison. It was just hot pepper. She was fine an hour later.
I did have to convince her not to file suit. You owe me one.
I appreciate that. Incidentally, I think you might also be royalty now, since you're married to me.
I thought something felt different this morning. But I was talking about breaking eggs. Did you know the Museum of Pirate Lore has shut down?
You don't say.
Its prize exhibit went missing. Curiously, there was only one name in the guest book.
Well, I needed a disguise. It was the only way I could get aboard the Chuck ship. The guy doesn't like me for some reason. Go figure.
Herman Toothrot is also a little upset with you. He says you took his key and left him in a dark cave.
The magic sign only works with one person, and I didn't have any way to know that in advance.
Well, you'll be happy to know he made it out. I rescued him myself.
I am happy to know that. Thanks. Remind me why we're talking about all this?
It's just, I'm worried that the secret can't possibly measure up to the effort and anticipation. What exactly are you expecting to find?
I have no idea. That's why it's so important that I find it.
Well, be careful what you wish for. Here we go. Just like old times. Are you ready for the caverns?
I remember them, full of lava and tiny ledges.
It's a good thing you're wearing your adventure boots.
Hope you also brought your adventure sword.
Well, well. You go on ahead, sweetie. I'll catch up.
Hey, Wally. Wally, what happened?
As if you don't know.
How did you end up here? I saw your office had been ransacked.
LeChuck came into the shop storming mad because he thought I gave him a map instead of a map to the secret.
Yeah, real head scratcher how that happened. How's it hanging?
Seriously, that's the joke you were going to use right now?
I'm trying out some new material.
Don't quit your day job.
Thanks for the C-map. That was really great, and I owe you for all the work you did for free.
Glad you liked it.
I wish I could get you out of those shackles.
You and me both.
Yeah, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got to get the secret before LeChuck does.
Sure, run off. Wally will be fine.
Flambe, you're awake.
Not for long. I'm just here to tell you that you are making a mistake. LeChuck's obsession consumes him like a frog swallowing a tarantula. You don't want to be there when he opens that chest.
Are you just trying to slow me down?
LeChuck doesn't handle frustration well. You've been warned.
Yeah, that's right. Run! can't really see down there too well. There's a lot of lava. Okay, here goes. Phew. LeChuck, I'm coming for you!
Ah! Damn you, Threepwood! I should have gotten rid of you the first 58 times I had the chance. You will never make it down here alive.
Just once, I want this to be easy. I used to have a letter opener like this. Only the organized pirate will pass. Not usable as an actual spyglass, due to its being a solid chunk of stone. It's holding a mug. You could tile a bathroom if you had enough of these. It looks like a piece of 8, but made of stone. I can relate. It's one of those stone pieces of 8. I'm naming it Captain Squint. Only the organized pirate will pass. LeChuck, the secret will never be yours.
I hate solving puzzles more than I hate Threepwood.
The secret will never be yours.
Ah! Threepwood, won't you ever give up and just go home?
Once is a coincidence, twice is suspicious. Only the unfair pirate will pass. Cheer up, little guy. You'll go far. The clever eyes put this one above the rank and file. That's why I assume first swab. Those epaulets deserve a room of their own. It's one of those stone pieces of 8. It's one of those stone pieces of 8. LeChuck, the secret is mine!
You really do suck at puzzles, don't you?
How are you still alive?
You will never have the secret.
I will soon have my revenge.
Then you will forever be cursed.
And you will never escape.
You will vanish with no tails.
No, I will return.
The secret is mine!
Third time be a charm, three-weed.
Next time, I keep my voice down. Only the bloodthirsty pirate will pass. There's no way I'm getting through there. It looks like its arm is hurt. It looks like its leg is hurt. There's no way I'm getting through there. This is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem. the stone slabs from the altar seems to have fallen off during the rumbling. There's some writing on it. There once was a pirate from Rhodes, with a hat and a turned-up nose. His jaw, despite heft, gathered lint in the cleft, and he kept 7 rats in his clothes. From the Complete Book of Pirate Limericks, published in 1550. After all I've been through, finding some limericks on a piece of stone sinking into the lava isn't all that strange. So long, Captain Madison. This is like one of those mystery stories where the person has so many enemies the detectives don't know where to start. Huh? What? I was just deep in the mushroom and lava-ridden caves under Monkey Island, and now I'm... Oh no. Not yet. Score! Free popcorn. The windows are just pasted on, and they're not even straight. High Street, 20 feet. Hall of Pirates, 3-minute walk. Additional restrooms at Dinky Island.
Glad you finally made it, kid.
What, Stan?
It's closing time and everyone wants to go home.
Last chance to hand over the key, locksmith.
What do you mean it's closing time? I just got here.
No, I don't have time for this. I'm late for an important meeting. Take my keys and shut off all the lights before you leave. I'm not liable for anything that happens after closing time.
Guybrush, are you ready to go?
Last chance to hand over the key, locksmith.
Aye, that was an absolute ripper. I hereby declare you the winner. I blame the government.
Yeah, I should have suspected Stan's involvement the minute I saw how cheap and gaudy this is. Nice twist adding in Madison, Trent, and Lila. The team-up had me fooled for a while.
The secret is mine.
Dang, Stan makes LeChuck better every time.
The secret is mine.
Each time I come here, Stan really ups the challenge. But it's still LeChuck 0, Guybrush Threepwood 6.
The secret is mine.
Well, back to my boring flooring inspector job. Until next time. Well, back to my boring flooring inspector job. Until next time. What a stroke of luck. The locksmith had the key all along. That was disappointingly easy. I wonder what's going on. Interesting. I found the secret of Monkey Island, and all it was this stupid t-shirt. It seems to be stuck closed. Must have locked when I came out. High Street, 20 feet. Historic landmark. The original secret, a pirate adventure park. Established 1989 by R. Gilbert. Historic landmark. The original secret, a pirate adventure park. Established 1989 by R. Gilbert. Elaine, thank goodness you're here.
Of course. Where else would I be?
I'm not sure where I am all of a sudden.
You're right here with me. But we shouldn't stick around too long.
I was just underground on Monkey Island, and now we're on Melee?
Things just go by in a blur sometimes when you're having fun, don't they?
I got the secret.
You finally did it. I hope it was worth it.
I'm gonna have to think about that. How'd it go with Flair?
Let's just say I made my point.
How did you get here before me?
You know I always try to stay a step ahead.
Have you done something new with your hair?
Got ruffled in the fight.
I like it. I'm gonna look around some more. I'm ready to go.
Don't forget to shut off all the lights.
The switch is locked. I'm ready to go.
Good. Me too.
Dad, that was a silly ending, and it didn't even make any sense. You're terrible at endings.
I thought you liked silly endings. You and Chucky play the ending of Monkey Island 2 really silly.
That's different. We're kids, and we're just goofing around. You're the one who said you can't just change things. You said that's not how storytelling works.
I did?
I want to know the secret. You have to tell me what you really found in the chest.
Your mom was right. It's better not to know. Once you have an answer to a question like that, you lose the most important part of it. Imagining the possibilities and talking about them with other people is way better.
Mom! Dad won't tell me what the secret is!
Are you filling our son's head with your outlandish stories again?
I was telling him the one about how we found the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that one. Every time you tell that story, the ending gets stranger and stranger. Let's go down to the docks and watch the galleon head out.
Yay!
I found the lost map to the treasure of Maya Island. It's going to be a fun adventure.
I'll meet you down there. Hey, want to see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate. In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth. The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy. The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters. Treasure hunting is important for any pirate. Treasure hunting is important for any pirate. Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility. This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor at the time. Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials. Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's Used Ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's Used Ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified. Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map. You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some substitutions, but it got us there just the same. The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear. There were some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists. On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath. LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface. I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that? I defeated LeChuck, and he basically exploded. By then, I had learned that ghosts like LeChuck are vulnerable to root beer. Just trust me, it works, okay? It was the beginning of something magical. These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop. I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good times. The map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets. The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good times. Elaine always seems to know when I need her. Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I. One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up. The fact that he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture. I got eaten by a snake. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine. I got buried alive. It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle. Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker. This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scumbar handle the catering. This is the daisy we stomped on together. Wedding traditions are weird. That's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match. I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation. I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do. Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think. Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride. Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her. The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Or was it? LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed. I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course. Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread. These are from the time I found the secret of Monkey Island. I started my voyage at the Scum Bar, but right away I could tell it wasn't going to be like old times. The new pirate leaders were focused on sacking and pillaging, but plunder stats aren't everything. I learned more than I ever wanted to know about mops. I made the unusual decision to join LeChuck's crew as a way to get to Monkey Island. Serving on LeChuck's ship was an interesting experience. My disguise held up great, right up until we were nearing Monkey Island, when it, there was a failure. Gullet was my supervisor. Not a very pleasant guy. Pucher was really happy when I got her promoted to chef. I got thrown off the ship, but that was okay. I'd gotten as far as I needed to. I grew to like the crew. I forgot all about looking like a zombie and starting a mutiny and seizing the ship. The actual return to Monkey Island was not what I expected. We all thought the secret would be on the island somewhere. Everybody had a map, some more useful than others. Elaine and I rebuilt my old ship, the Sea Monkey, so we could sail back to Melee. I learned some deeply personal things about my nemesis, LeChuck. The temporary pact I made with my enemies turned out to be about 5 minutes more temporary than I had hoped. It was a race to get to the secret first. I hunted down all 5 golden keys. I wonder if I was supposed to keep these. LeChuck teamed up with Madison, but that was never going to last. Madison was scheming to betray LeChuck. Lila was scheming to betray Madison and LeChuck. I'm not sure Trent ever thought very far ahead. Whitey Bones told me all about the golden keys. Elaine had a lot on her plate, but she was with me in the end. Carla handled earthquake relief as best she could under the circumstances. I broke Stan out of prison. Wally was kidnapped. The voodoo lady disappeared. I unseated the reigning queen to become the last queen of Bermuda. I visited Herman Toothrot in his cozy hermit cave. We chased LeChuck back to Monkey Island again, and I tracked him down. Someone had devised a series of themed pirate monkey puzzles to keep out the unworthy. Elaine held off Flare Gory while I went into the monkey. I found Wally. I made this mock-up of the final puzzle. I think it's pretty neat. Oh shoot, I wonder when this fell out. Wait, what's this?